I'm Allie from Allie Katz Crafts. I'm here to bring you another card tutorial from Full of Charm, June 2025. And this is an alternate. So you can make, the kit has, you can do 9 cards, 3 of each. I chose not to. I used the bits and pieces from that. So for this card, I will be using the envelope. So remember when I cut off the envelope in the last video, that one side, which was that side, and then I cut it down? Now we're working with this side. So what I did was I cut it down. I've already got one pre-cut. So I left this the way it was, and then I took and I cut it so that it was 3 1/4 inches by 5 1/4. So basically, I took this and I cut off little by little until I got to the 5 1/4. Then I just cut this off at 3 1/4. Okay? So it was even. That's one of the supplies you'll need. I just wanted to show you that really quick. You will also need an embossing folder, 3 crosshatch, which I used. You'll need a Charming Day stamp set, where I'll be using this and this out of it, those 2 images. You will need your 3 markers, Green Garden, Petal Pink, and Timid Tiger. You will also need some glitter pen. Winkostella, couldn't think of the name. StazOn ink you'll need. And that is just about it. That's all you'll need. Okay. Oh, you'll need some dots and glue, of course. Okay, so let's start on this card. So the very first thing you're going to do, which I've already done, is you will emboss your piece of paper. And you'll see that the card is 4 1/2 by 11 folded in half. First layer is the Timid Tiger or the orange. It's 4 2/8 by 5 3/8. Most of my cards will have that for the first layer, because I just like 2/8 of an inch. Well, 2/16 of an inch around. That's what I like. So you're going to start by gluing that. Get my glue out. And you do have 2 sides. One is de-embossed, one is embossed. I like the embossed where it stands out. That gives the card more texture. Well, embossing alone gives it more texture. I could do this card without doing the texture, but I kind of like it better. Sometimes I'll do it without texturizing it. But this one, I just like doing it. And when you do that, you got to make sure you have enough glue. But you can't saturate it too much because it will buckle. If you accidentally put too much glue on there, it starts to buckle. What I recommend doing, because some of my seniors, sometimes they'll do that. They'll put too much glue on because the glue comes out fast. And I say after dinner's your card, put it under a book for overnight, and it flattens it out just like that. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your card base, and you can pick whichever way you want. If you want it to go this way, you can. Or not the second layer, it's the cut up envelope. Or you can go this way. The first time, I put it so it's that way, but I think, no, I do like it that way. I'm going to keep it that way. So you notice how those little edges are still there? That's okay. See, with the envelope, I'm very careful about how much I put. You want it to stick. So what you're going to do is put like 1/8 of an inch border on the side and at the top. See, like that. It's just lined up. Move around if you need to. There. Next step, you're going to grab your green piece of paper, which will be layer 3. It's 2 3/4 by 4 inches. And you will glue down your white one, which is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And that allows just a little bit of a green border to go around it. And you just I always just kind of set it down, and because of the liquid glue, like I said, you have room to move it around. So there. So now you have this flower and you have this. I die cut this out of the die cuts, out of the Charming Day ones. There's die cuts. And you die cut this, and then I cut the flower. And I also die cut some leaves. So if you watch my last video, you'll see what I did. I took and I glued this down. And I took apart those little leaves and made more leaves for the flower, for the rose. That's a pretty orange rose. I really like this orange rose. It goes good with the envelope piece. So then I took this. This is where the scissors come in. And I cut it apart. So I'm going to use every bit of that. So I kind of cut it there and there. And added some glue. I'm going to put together my rose. Just like that. So I have extra flowers at the top, which I really, really like. I mean, extra leaves. Sorry about that. Extra leaves is always good on a rose, you know? So bring that around so it looks like that. See how it's much more fuller now? And the last little one, I think I'll put it close to the bottom. I want to put glue on that side. So it brings something down here. So then you can take and just trim it up if you have some hangover. Okay. Next step, you're going to lay it flat. So you're going to put some glue on all the little leaves, or as many as you want. You know, you don't want it to come up. It's on the stem. I just do like little droplets. Some right there. Just all over the back. You're going to line up your little rose. You can do it straight up or kind of off to the side and glue it down. Now you have a cute little orange butterfly that I cut from one of my dies from a stamp set. I don't remember which one, and I'm so sorry. And I'm going to take my Timid Tiger. Actually, I'll use this one. The there it is. Petal Pink. Okay. I'm just going to color it. Just like that. I'm going to go on the little ends so it's a little bit darker. That way it kind of stands out, the end of their wings. Kind of makes it really cute. Well, at least I think so. So we're going to go back to my little dots, my little diamond dots, the orange ones. So I think I'm going to put 2 on this. Grab my pick or pick tool. Put that down. And put that one down. So the butterfly has a cute little spot. Now, I need to clean this off a little bit because I put ink on there. So I don't want it to get on my card. I cannot tell you how many times I've done that. I've done that a lot. I'll grab my dry towel and dry it up. Yeah, there we go. So we have our butterfly done. So I'm going to take my little butterfly and I will put the glue right in the middle. Put him right over here on my card. I could help his little wings stand up, and he's really cute. I really like him. He's so cute. Now I don't know where it went. I had a little bow. Darn. Oh, yes, I do. Here it is. It's in the wrong spot. So I'm going to put a little bow right there. But what I would think I'll do first is I'll get my dimensionals, which are right here. And I'm going to dimensionalize it because I want this piece to stand up. Put those right there. So you notice how this one is standing up a little bit? I gave it a little dimension. So just put that many on. You don't need that many. Because you got to remember it has to go through the mail. Unless you are hand deliver stuff. I usually do most of mine mail. Sometimes I do hand, but If you struggle getting them up, by the way, you could do this with the Taker Pick. And it lifts them up instantly. Which I've never demonstrated that for you, so now you know. So I will take this, and I do put it right about there in the middle. Okay. Then I will get my little dots. Put one on the back. Press it down really good. Pull it off. And put your bow right there. Okay. The next step, you're going to get more diamond dots in here. And you're going to decorate it. 3 this time. Put one up there. One right there. And one right there. Okay, and my top to this is right over here. While you're waiting for that to dry, to get a little ready, what I did was first I'm going to take my Timid Tiger. I almost forgot. Oops. I want to use the other end, and I want to go over these little areas to make it stand out so that it has all the dimension. So the rose looks like it's standing out as opposed to just flat. So I'm going to go along. When it gets cut, you will notice that it leaves like little etch marks in there. And that's what I'm following, is those little etch marks. So it'll give lots of extra dimension. So let's go along and trace all of them. Okay, go back and get my Taker Pick. And now I can put my dots on and they'll stick right away. Sometimes I forget about that, so I just have to remind myself, just let it set for a second, because the glue has time to like do its thing. Kind of get a little sticky, and it makes them stick right away without having to. There, cleaned off that little extra there. Perfect. Now you have a little strip of paper that is about 1/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. And what you're going to do is, so the card doesn't look like it just ends all of a sudden, you're going to put it right there, glue it down. So I'll get my glue. And I'll put a little stripe right here. And glue it down. Okay. So that's the front of the card. Oh, wait, one more thing. Can't forget about this. Wink of Stella. I forgot to show you that in my last card, but I did Wink of Stella afterwards, and I'm so sorry. So, Wink of Stella, your rose. So it looks cute. And the butterfly. It's getting low. I could tell. But see, here's your Wink of Stella. See how it has a little shine to it? Okay. And those diamond dots are awesome. I love them because they just like, it really does. They sparkle just like regular embellishments. So then you're going to open up your card. And this is where your StazOn ink comes from. You're going to stamp your flower. Right here on the bottom. And then you'll get your envelope out. And you'll stamp it on the envelope also. I want to just do a little bitty flower in the corner. Okay. Clean up my ink. I'm going to turn it over. I'm done with the black ink. I'm going to get my Mossy Meadow, which is right here. And get my little leaves going. Stamp a leaf right there. and stamp a leaf right there. So there's that and that. Okay? And then you'll color your flowers with the petal pink again. And look there, looking for the right side. Doesn't take very long to do this. Thing with markers is if you keep going over and over and over again, what happens is it kind of like chews up the paper. So you just got to make sure you try and do one swipe if you can. But these markers are really good. You can get away with a couple. But most other markers you cannot. So there's that one. Then I'm going to get Tim and Tiger, which is over on this side. Do the middle. Do the middle of this one. Okay. Then the Mossy Meadow. Or no, the Garden Green. Okay. Do that right here. And in no time, you have a card. Turned out very beautiful. So here it is. Here's the front. And the inside. The outside of the envelope. And the back of the envelope. I love this stamp set. Well, I love every stamp set I get, but this one is really incredible. So thank you so much for looking at my video and seeing what I made. 2 beautiful cards. And have a great evening tonight. Bye.